Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Romano says Marseille looking elsewhere after Nuno Tavares talks. Nuno Tavares looks set to miss out on a move to Marseille, with Fabrizio Romano reporting that talks with Arsenal about a deal for the left back are not progressing. Tavares has been linked with a move away from the Emirates, and with Arsenal closing in on Zinchenko, it would probably be no surprise to see the 22-year-old leave in some capacity. Reports recently claimed that Marseille had made their move to take Tavares on loan with an option to buy. Arsenal, meanwhile, were ready to let the Portuguese go. However, a move to Stade Velodrome now looks to be off the cards because there was no buy option included. Romano has taken to Twitter to claim that discussions have now moved forward. In fact, the League One side are now pursuing other targets in their push to sign a new left back. A move to France could have been good for Tavares. He showed during the early stages of his spell at the Emirates just how much potential he possessed. He clearly is not ready to be a regular starter for a Premier League side with top 4 aspirations, but he definitely could have a very bright future ahead. A loan spell with Marseille proved to be extremely helpful for William Saliba, so perhaps the Gunners would have been hoping that Tavares would benefit in a similar way. With the Zinchenko coming in, Arsenal surely need to find another move for Tavares in the coming weeks. It seems that he will not be heading to Marseille, but surely the Gunners will be able to find another opportunity for the youngster before the window closes. Arsenal set price to sell Bernd Leno. Arsenal have set the price to sell Bernd Leno. Arsenal are holding out for £15 million for out-of-favour goalkeeper Leno, says the Evening Standard. Last week, it appeared the German shot-stopper was headed to Fulham in a deal worth £10 million, but the Gunners rejected the deal and are now reportedly looking for a fee in the region of £15 million. Talks between the North London side and the Cottagers are ongoing as they seek to find a resolution in the deal. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta confirms William Saliba plan. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta claims that William Saliba is in line for a first-team role this season, with the centre-back reportedly ready to quit the club if he's not made a regular starter. Gunners fans have been left to sweat on Saliba's future over the past few months, with the Frenchman in demand after a loan spell with Marseille last season. Saliba has never made a competitive appearance for Arsenal, despite signing from Saint-Étienne in 2019. In the 3 seasons since, the Gunners have opted to further his development by organizing a sequence of loan spells in League One. A season under Jorge Sampaoli at Marseille last term was Saliba's best to date, and he became a full French international while racking up 52 appearances in all competitions, with Ben White and Gabriel already laying claim to the 2 centre-back spots at the Emirates. It remains to be seen whether the 21-year-old can force his way in. The Independent claims that he will ask for a permanent exit if Arteta fails to provide the necessary assurances. With the pressure mounting, the boss addressed the situation before a pre-season friendly with Everton in the early hours of Sunday morning. He is in the plans, said Arteta. We cannot guarantee first-team football to anybody in this team. You can ask that question to anybody. What we guarantee is that the ones we really see and think are going to take us to the next level, they are going to be playing a lot of minutes. He is a proper talent and he's shown in the last year what can do. But in football, it's about what you do the next day. What everybody did 3 months ago or a month ago, it doesn't really matter. It's about what you do tomorrow, and he's going to have the chance to play. Mikel Arteta provides update on key Arsenal players' contract talks. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has provided an update on the contract talks for star player Bukayo Saka. The 20-year-old England international is one of the most important players at Arsenal, having taken his game to another level last season with 11 goals and 7 assists in the Premier League. Saka should have even more to offer Arsenal in the long run, so it's vital they get him a new deal sorted as quickly as possible, or other top clubs are sure to try to prize him away from the Emirates Stadium. Arteta has suggested things are going well, with the Spanish tactician saying it should only be a matter of time before Saka's future is resolved. Arsenal fans will be relieved to hear this update from Arteta, as it sounds like the manager is optimistic that the club will be able to tie down the youngster to a new long-term contract. We will try and we both have the same intention and it's a matter of time, Arteta said, as quoted by the Metro. Arsenal's academy has served them well in recent times, with Saka alongside Emile Smith-Rowe and Edin Nketiah as key members of Arteta's first team. Mikel Arteta loads Arsenal per Gabriel Jesus and Edin Nketiah. Mikel Arteta has loaded both Edin Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus after Arsenal beat Everton in their latest pre-season friendly, insisting that the two strikers have everything the Gunners need, in comments reported by Football London. Arsenal secured a good win against Premier League opposition overnight. It was Jesus who broke the deadlock against the Toffees, while Bukayo Saka doubled the lead shortly after. Nketiah got a chance to impress after the break, and the youngster did well, causing some issues for Frank Lampard's side with his movement. Arsenal fans may debate whether they have enough depth up front ahead of the new campaign. Obviously, Jesus is their marquee striker signing, and he could be a superb addition for the Gunners, but whether Nketiah is ready to shoulder the responsibility of being back up while Arsenal battle on four fronts remains to be seen. It does seem that Arteta has dropped a clear hint about whether Arsenal plan to bolster their strikers' ranks further. The Gunners boss hinted that Jesus and Nketiah tick every box for the club. They have everything we need. First of all, they are very intense, both of them. The way they can press, the way they can sustain pressure with the opponent is great, he said, as reported by Football London. Both of them can threaten in behind, which can allow people to have space inside. They are really good in link-up play, and they both have an eye for goal, which is what nines do. But they are not 159 centimeters. They have other qualities, but for the way we play, they are fantastic. Southampton won £40 million fee for Arsenal target Walker-Peters. Arsenal will have to pay £40 million if they hope to sign Kyle Walker-Peters, with The Sun reporting that Southampton have set the hefty asking price for the fullback. Walker-Peters is attracting plenty of attention after a superb spell on the south coast. He has shown at both right back and left back for Ralph Hasenhuttle's side, forcing his way into the England fold. Several teams now want the 25-year-old. The Sun reports that Everton are admirers of Walker-Peters, but it was also suggested that Arsenal want Walker-Peters. The Gunners have several options at right back. However, Takehiro Tomiyasu has struggled with injury at various stages since his arrival last summer. Meanwhile, Hector Bellerin is surely going to leave the club before the window shuts, and Cedric Soares is arguably someone Arsenal should be looking to sign an upgrade for at some stage. Walker-Peters would certainly be that. Unfortunately, he's not going to come cheap. The Sun reports that the Saints want £40 million for the defender. Arsenal obviously have the capabilities to spend £40 million on Walker-Peters. However, you would imagine that their priorities are elsewhere in the final stages of the window. A move for Zinchenko looks to be on the cards, and they may perhaps want to sign a new midfielder before the deadline, so a move for Peters would surely be on the back burner for the time being. However, he is an outstanding player with the potential to improve further in the coming years, so perhaps this summer will not be the last we hear of Arsenal's pursuit. Arsenal chief Edu has broken his own transfer vow with Zinchenko signing. Arsenal have agreed a fee of £30 million with Manchester City to sign Zinchenko. The Ukraine star is set to become the fifth signing of the window for the North London club. Gabriel Jesus and Fabio Vieira, at a combined £79 million, are the two major arrivals so far, with USA goalkeeper Matt Turner and young Brazilian winger Marquinhos brought in to add depth to the squad. Arsenal made 6 signings last summer, spending almost £150 million. Speaking in April this year, Edu hinted that it would be a different scenario this summer. He claimed the Arsenal squad is more balanced now and therefore will not need as many additions. Speaking to ESPN Brazil, the former midfielder said, "The budget we used last summer, we prefer to use it to rebalance the squad. There was no point in hiring 1 or 2 players. The squad was not prepared to absorb 2 players. We needed to rebalance the squad. Maybe next season we can go to 1 or 2 players. Today we find a much more balanced squad. Our planning has already been done. It has already reached the owners. It's a matter of step by step how we are going to finish the season and to put in the planning that I am very excited about." But it appears Edu and the club have decided against that stance. Arsenal missed out on the Champions League qualifications on the final day of the season, so perhaps the club's hierarchy saw the need for a busy window. Zinchenko's arrival is set to take Arsenal's spending to nearly £120 million. The Gunners are still reported to be in the market for a central midfielder. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.